I get so freaking tired of hearing these guys say the same thing. Oh, I'm gonna come down and see you. You know, they make all these plans and they never follow through with any of the plans. Never. So I'm like, why are you in my inbox? Why are you on my video chats? I think they be bored and just be wanting somebody to talk back to them, but unfortunately, I'm not that girl either who wants to talk back to you. You know why? Because I'm not gonna tease my mind like that. That was part of how my mental breakdown begun, was through how somebody teased my mind and manipulate me into believing that they really liked me. Oh yeah, we're gonna be together and stuff, and then come to find out we won't finna be together. We was not finna be together, and you know why? Because they never had in their mind that we were gonna be together. What they was doing was putting on an act. They're great actors. Oh, you so cute. I get tired of hearing I'm so cute. I get sick of it. Oh, you pretty for a big girl. So what? Get over the looks. Can a real man step to me? I mean, I'm serious. It just irritates me. It pisses me off. Y'all, I ain't no better than nobody else. I don't look better than nobody else. My house ain't all that. Matter of fact, that mug need cleaning now. My car, I don't even have a car. The cars I have in my yard, they ain't even working. You hear me? I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person. But at the same time, I don't want to hear your lies. I don't want to play your games. And they don't understand that. They think that some of these guys think that they just supposed to talk to you and talk to you all night. You're not finna waste my time like that. When we going out? Is we going out anywhere? Do you want to get to know me, or you just trying to get to know my body? And don't get me wrong, y'all. Like I said, I ain't all that. But some women out here, these guys look at us as objects. They're not even looking at us as ain't even. I think in 2019 ain't even no such thing as wifey or hubby material anymore, because of the simple fact is now that we can access so much without having to commit, that nobody really cares about any of that stuff anymore. Like they would have to be showing up old school or something to really have a heart to care in that area. But right now, these are older men and they acting freaking childish, and it's on my nerves, y'all. So I guess I'm kind of ranting a little bit tonight too. I'm just ranting a little bit because I'm just sick of it. Of course, it's a beautiful thing, and I like it when somebody flirts with me. But I don't care. I mean, honestly, it don't do nothing for me. Because I done been hurt so bad. Y'all got to understand, when a person been traumatized to the max, to the limit, to beyond the limit, and you finally get a second win at life and to get your mind right, you don't want to play those kind of games. I've been there. I played those kind of games before, and I had those games played on me, and it screwed my mind up. So no, I don't want to play those games with you. I don't need you trying to tell me how beautiful I am, and stuff like that. Those are nice words and nice gestures, don't get me wrong. But I'm sorry, it's just some of y'all lying so old, it just makes me sick to my stomach. My goodness. It sure do. It made me sick to my stomach, and I feel my strength coming back, and I feel my guts coming back, and I feel like I'm to the point now where, like, this girl is on fire. I feel like now that I'm getting some clarity and I'm finding myself, redefining myself, and this is just me. This is who I am. This is who I am. I never had time to redefine myself or understand myself until now. This moment, these last this last year when I had all this time to myself in 2017 when I got that hole in my stomach when I first started my plus size grandma. It's because I went through a spiral of depression and stuff. And I ain't finna let no man get close to me to be causing me to go through depression and anxiety anymore. I had an issue with saying no. Listen, ladies, I could not say no. I mean, when that guy moved in with me, he didn't never even ask me to move in. He just started bringing his stuff, you know. So that's how I feel like kind of in my inbox. I get smothered. I get smothered in my inbox. I get smothered with guys who used to know me and have my number text me and stuff. Look, don't be playing no relationship hunting with me. Don't be playing no ghost trips with me and stuff like that. I ain't down for that. Cause I've been through so much mentally until it's like I've been through so much mentally till I saw an ugly side of me that I had never seen before. And when I went through that, and that was last year, I went through anger. I mean anger, just mad at everybody. When that side of me came out, I was like, oh my God. But then I realized some of the things I was angry about was how I got done in my relationships. I never dealt with that stuff. And now that I'm dealing with it, you know, the best thing I can do is just lay low. Lay low up until I feel like the right guy has came into my life. And right now, I have not met the right guy into my life. I have not met him yet. Because this guy, I'm not dealing with no guys that got to do everything over the phone and stuff like that. No. If you ain't hands-on, if you ain't coming in front of me, let me see what you about. If you ain't pulling nothing to the table, I ain't finna waste my time with you. You deadbeat to me. You just wasting your time. You wasting your air. Because I'm going to sit there and look at you like you crazy, to be honest. I'm going to sit there and look at you like, how old are you again? And again, I'm not saying this because I got it all together, because I don't got it all together. I'm saying this because I know what had to be put together in order to keep me here. In order to keep my mind well. I know the things that I had to go through. Do you think I really like getting up every Thursday going to group because of anxiety and stress and depression and stuff? Do you think I really like that? No, I don't. But you know what? I know it's healthy for me. I know it's healthy. I may not like it, but it's good for my mind. And that's more what I'm on the reality of, is facing the truth. Facing the truth in my life. And sometimes, and as a matter of fact, facing the truth, sometimes I do use the word, the S word sometimes. I mean, sometimes it just comes up and goes out. Especially when I'm angry. It comes out and goes out like that. And I can't be ashamed of where I'm at now, because I'm a lot better than what I used to be. As I teach ladies, it is a process. Don't let nobody tell you how your process is supposed to go. Don't let these men get up in your head telling you, well, let me just be the one to talk you to sleep since you can't rest tonight. No, you got to understand those words get in your mind. And next thing you know, you be drawing next to them instead of drawing to God. So I'm telling you, I may not be where I need to be, but I'm definitely in the Lord's care and in His hands. And somebody's son will appreciate a woman like me, an imperfect, flawed woman like me. There's a guy out there waiting to hold this big old tummy, waiting to hold this big old woman. Period. There's no other way around it. There's a guy out there waiting to take his time and get to know me. And we ain't got to have sex and none of that stuff. See, that's where people get lost. See, that's the biggest thing that just really pissed me off. I don't know why I was targeted as an object, but it seems like all the guys that do talk to me, they always come off on me about sex. And I ain't interested in your sex. And I have my reasons for that. Because I happen to know, and I learned this probably like almost about 10 or 11 years. No, it's probably longer than that. About 15. No, it's probably longer than that. It's got to be. It's probably 15 plus years. I'm just going to say it like this. I learned at a young age that when you start having sex with people, then you're emotionally tying to them. And even if you say ain't no strings attached, guess what? There's some souls attached. Anytime somebody puts something in your body, they're taking a piece of you back out. They're putting a piece of them in you and pulling a piece of you out. So I learned at a young age not to be having sex like that because it clouds your judgment. It clouds your judgment. One night of having sex, look, that guy can be ugly as a bulldog. But if he can put it down in the bed, he got you right there. That guy can be ugly as a bulldog and act like a bull. No, not act like a pit. Crazy, beat on you. But if he give you some sex, you gonna stay with him. See, I don't need that kind of mindset. That's why I don't deal in sex. Because sex will have you feeling good for 5 minutes if you go that long, or 15 minutes, whatever your time is. It will have you feeling good for that little bit of moment. But then that next day or either a week later, you're going to be feeling some type of way. I don't care how good it was. You're going to feel some type of way. And it's going to cause your mind to be foggy. And you're going to make decisions that ain't right. You're going to make decisions that aren't sane. That you know if you hadn't got tired of that person like that, then you wouldn't have made that type of decision. And that's what I ran into when I came out of my relationships. I realized, dang, I said yes just because we had sex. You know what I'm saying? And then, it was like, dang, I spent all that money just because we had sex. I look back over my life and I think, wow, I was basically buying this dude. When I look back over my life, that's how I feel. Like I was basically buying the dude. And then those last 7 years in the relationship, I didn't have no sex at all. And I was able to see that man for who he really was. Because now that sexual tension wasn't drawing me. I didn't want it. When I shut down, I shut down. I shut it down. When I tell you I shut it down, I shut it down. I shut everything down. And so I shut that sex down for 7 years. Didn't go back to the man. Matter of fact, when we broke up, still hadn't had no sex with him. Hadn't thought about it. I can't even remember what it was like. Boom. I can't even remember what it was like. I sure can't. I know it wasn't all that good. I do know that much. I can't even remember what it was like, though, honestly. But what I'm saying, though, is I shut down those 7 years. And when I shut down those 7 years, I was able to see that man for who he was. When I was having sex with him, I couldn't see the evil that he was doing, how he was really treating me. Because I had this fog in my mind. And then I had this jealous streak with me. I was like, I don't want nobody else to get him. So I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do that. All that kind of stuff comes up when you're dabbing in sex and you ain't got no business. But when I got sober-minded, I saw him for what he was. He was stealing money from me. He was stealing out my house. He was breaking me down emotionally, calling me all kind of names like pie face, the B word, the M word. He was calling me all kind of things. He was cussing me out. He was embarrassing me in front of my parents. He was, just rubbing my name in the ground. Didn't care where we was at. He had to make himself look good, so he had to smear my name around to make himself look good. I mean, it was so much. And that's why I don't care nothing about your sex, because you're not finna fog my mind up. You're not gonna clog my mind up with those kinds of things. I think, to me, now that I'm older and wiser, I think sex should come naturally. It shouldn't have to be forced or you got to speak back and forth about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It should be a natural flow among both of you. No one should have to convince